One is this power that language has with us, because the word is from God. The word is God, and God created us to interact through language. So one of the things I think as a Christian is we have to realize that power, and not anthropomorphize these models, because they're not people, even though they may interact with us in that way. They're models, but it's a very powerful deception, not an intentional deception. I'll say it's a powerful illusion that these models are thinking like we do, that the model understands what we're thinking and is responding in a way that a person would. I think a second thing as a Christian is, I think that the power of AI systems should make us reevaluate how we approach technology with vulnerable people. And by vulnerable people, I don't mean just people who are disabled or aging people, but I mean children and young people. And what we have seen now that there's this history of social media, not just the internet, but social media in the last decade or so, is that we're starting to see research that's showing that young people between, say, the age of 11 and 16 are particularly vulnerable to influence. They're vulnerable to their self-esteem is fragile. And so as we think about AI making social media more powerful, it's also time, I think, for us to rethink how we work with our children with AI. I think there's another Christian perspective that's important with AI, which is what makes a person, what makes a human. And I'm a computer scientist. I'm not a psychiatrist or a neuroscientist. But we believe that humans are created in God's image. And the dominant view in technology and science, not the only view, but the dominant view, is that our personhood is not a creation of God in God's image, but an emergent property of complexity and natural forces, natural laws. And we've been, in the science community, the science community has studied the difference between humans and every other creature. And originally we thought, decades ago, it was because we use tools and animals don't use tools. But now we found animals that use tools. And today, the one school of thought today is that we are different than animals in that we can understand and project what another person is thinking or feeling. So we have empathy, and this allows us to anticipate what the other person's thinking and to cooperate. And that cooperative capability, which I think is also a image of God thing, that seems to be unique with respect to humans versus all other creatures. It also opens the opportunity as Christians to have this conversation about what it means to be human and what makes us unique.